Guys, hello. So we are from Team GNX. You can see. So what we are gonna do today is bring to you the basics and fundamentals of Arduino and how you can use and the fundamental uses of like the embedded programming and systems programming. With this, you can actually get like how and why we should use Arduino and why should it concern us. Like why being CSE students, being IT students, EC students, what is the reason for us using Arduino? So another thing I would like to share, I think we have EC students among us, right? EC? Anyone EC? EC? Okay, have a shout. EC? EC? Okay. So I think we are a mixed demographic here. CSE? How many of us is CSE? Okay. We are. And I think CSPS are there. No, CSPS. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you guys for everyone participating. So we would like to introduce ourselves. I am Arun, the team lead or the GNX lead for the tenure 2022-2023 with us. With us, we have Diwali Rana, the female lead.
Welcome you all to this event. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Nikita Sharma and I am CSE Bhatia. I am the Vice President of GNX and I hope this event is very helpful for you guys.
Thank you guys for the presentation. We would like to introduce our second year students who will be hosting the event today. So with us we have Ankit Aniket and Mridhan Koda.
Hi guys, I am Riya Palash from second year CSC branch. So we are here for taking this session on robotics and Arduino. So I hope it's super fun, super intellectual and super interesting.
Hi guys, I'm Ankit Aniket and today I'm going to take the robotics session. I believe your excitement level is up till the end of this session. And let's start this session with a video, I think, with a setup, I think. So now, let's start this event. So now, we are going to set up a very technical thing. So I need your attention. And it's really very technical. Let's see. Okay, so before we starting our session, we have to set up our computer. So let me set up and do some configuration. It's a kind of program. microcontroller. These microcontroller can also generate this kind of music. So let's see. So we are starting our session from this slide. Today 80% jobs were taken by artificial intelligence. So we have to become more and more smarter to get our job. So what is Arduino? Can anybody tell me what is Arduino? Anyone have any idea about Arduino? From EC, any of them? Any idea about Arduino? No? Okay. So Arduino is an open source electronic, it's a description here you can read it. It's actually a microcontroller. It's something look like this. Can you see this? So Arduino actually it has some digital pin and some analog pin. So with digital pin it has pulse width modulation, and with Arduino pin it can take 0 to 255 number of values. This digital pin, can anybody explain what is digital pin or what kind of value it can have? Yeah, exactly, 0. What's your name? Aniket. From first year? Okay. So 0 and 1 value digital pin can take. And analog, can anybody explain or give us some idea? And voltage low, voltage high. What's your name? Suprabhita. From which department? CSE. Okay, CSE. Okay. So in Arduino we have two kinds of things, digital and analog. So up to this we can have some idea about Arduino. Arduino is basically a microcontroller which it has two kinds of pin. First one is the digital and analog. So what does Arduino do? What kind of thing we can do with Arduino? Have you guys ever done any kind of project with Arduino? It's a very basic kind of project. No? Anyone from the back? No? Never done any project from Arduino? Okay, so today we will done a lot of projects. But before doing project, let me show you a very fascinating project done by one of our senior, which is based on Arduino. It is a Bluetooth controlled car. Let's move on to that project. So guys, can you see this car? This is a smart card, Arduino control smart card. So can you see where the Arduino board is? You have just seen the Arduino board here. So where is the Arduino board? Yes, right there. Right? And this is the motor controller. And down here, let us check what are there. So here is the battery section and some geared motors. You can see this is the motor and these are some gears. Okay. And let's check what else are there. Here is some LEDs, one buzzer and one HC05 Bluetooth module. Okay. So let's turn this on. Can you see the light blows up? So here is my mobile. Let me turn the Bluetooth on. The Bluetooth is on. Here is the app. Control the. So we are connecting, and we are connected to HC05. See the HC05 blinking twice. The light is blinking twice. So let us keep this. So I have mistakenly press the buzzer. Here is the buzzer. Here is the back light, and here is the front light. Now let's play with this car. It is interesting to play with wireless cars. You can see that car can even make horn. So actually the buzzer sound, the normal buzzer sound is this, and they are going to make a project to modulate that buzzer sound to make a tone, like the coffin tone you have just heard at the intro. So here is the car, guys. And what we are doing here is just pressing one button in the app, and the button sends a request to the Bluetooth module, and the Bluetooth module is programmed such that way that both four motors will run accordingly, run anti-clockwise. That's how the car will go forward. And if it run clockwise direction, then the car will go in the backward direction. So like this, we can control the direction by using the various buttons. And we can turn the robot by using one side of the motor, only one side of the motor, and the side of the motor will be static. Like that, if we turn this side of, if we turn these motors and these motors are static, then the car will turn like this. If we turn these motors and these motors are static, then the car will turn like this. So like this, we can make the car go left or right.
Okay, so guys, if there is a complex project which you can add in your 4-year project, it has so many things to learn and to see. Here you can see a motor driver IC, a Arduino, a Bluetooth. It has 4 motor. It has its own app which you can develop and edit. And it maybe seems very easy that it's a toy or something kind, but you can add it in your resume. You can show it to the recruiter that I'm adding a something new, that it has its own buzzer or something. So in our project, we will see how to program our buzzer. We will see how to create sound or some kind of music from a simple buzzer. So let's now proceed to our slide. So now we can see what does Arduino Uno do. It is the brain of any project. It can control, it can receive different signal, it can send the signal, and actually it can play with those signals and send those signals. For amplification, you need to use some kind of amplifier or some kind of controller. Like in this project, we are using LM358 motor driver. What does it do? It is actually doing just enlarging those values, just amplifying those values. From Arduino, you are going to get some high and low values. But for controlling those high power motor, you need some kind of driver. You need to understand these kind of things if you have to pass, if you have to submit, or if you have to add in your resume. Let's now proceed. So these are different kinds of microcontroller. These are the microcontroller. In CPU, they are called microprocessor. These can do these specific things. We have Arduino Uno, Arduino Leonardo, Arduino LilyPad, Arduino Mega, Arduino Nano, Arduino Mini, so many different things. Arduino Mini is the smallest microcontroller we have in the family of Arduino. It can do so many things. We have even Arduino for Wi-Fi module. You can do home automation or IoT things using Arduino. If you have ESP32, you can make your own webcam less than 1,000. Or even less than $700, you can make your own CCTV camera. Okay, so anybody have any idea? This is microprocessor. Arduino is actually a microcontroller. This is a microprocessor. Raspberry Pi. Any of you have any idea Raspberry Pi? Yeah, what's your name? Okay, can you come here? No. Okay. You can answer from there. Raspberry Pi. Any project have you done on Raspberry Pi? What project? Okay, so you have done that same project. Okay, have some round for him. Okay. Have you done that project in first year or ninth? In your ninth? Wow, it's a very fascinating. Actually, it's a very complex thing. You have to watch a lot of YouTube videos for that, and then you can do it. Okay, so this is a Raspberry Pi. You can make your own computer using Raspberry Pi. Maybe some of you don't have any kind of laptop or something. You can make your own computer. Less than $10,000. Less than $10,000. $10,000 is a very expensive thing, but even less than $10,000, you can make your own rocket. You can. I'm talking about rockets. Less than $10,000, you can make your own rocket ship. And if you mind to make your own computer, less than 7,000-8,000 rupees, you can make your own computer. In Raspberry Pi, we are not now, but we will show you how to make a computer less than 6,000 or 7,000 rupees. Because these kinds of Raspberry Pi you can install Linux on it, and then after you can play around with it. If you want to do coding and some kind of AI machine learning things, if you have Raspberry Pi, you don't need those expensive CPUs. You can have these kinds of Raspberry Pi. So what Raspberry Pi can do? Those are the microcontrollers. Now what microprocessor can do? Let's see. And why B? Is it necessary to learn these things? Is it so important? So we have some slides from Quora. You can go to Quora and write down these things. That is Arduino important for us, or you can write down the Arduino word. Actually, it is a very popular word. Several research going on. Arduino is a very big company. So you can go on Quora and search these things that is important. Now, what can you actually make with Arduino? So this is the flow of our lecture. We are going to first focus on Arduino. What are the things, what are the basic, what we can do, and so many things we are extrapolating from the Arduino. Now we will show you some project and how to make those projects. The first project is sequential blinking. Arduino, wherever you are taking classes on Arduino, whether on Coursera or Udemy or wherever, the first project you have made on Arduino, or for checking Arduino, you have to start with sequential blinking or sequence. It's a program. The program name is Blink. You have to start your Arduino learning with Blink. If you want to check whether Arduino is working or not, you have to start with a blink. That whether LED is glowing or not. If you want to glow your LED on a certain way, that I want to turn this LED on for 5 seconds, thereafter I want to turn this LED off for 2 seconds, thereafter 5 seconds. So you can even control a LED in a certain way or in a patterning way. Now our second thing is that we are going to make our distance measurement tool. So what does the distance measurement do? We will going to measure our distance from Arduino. We have ultrasonic sensor. I don't know whether you can see it or not. This is an ultrasonic sensor. It comes with a very low price, some 80 rupees. And you can measure distance from it. It is actually a sonar sensor. You guys have some idea about sonar or these things. On camera also, in phone camera also there are something called IR sensor, but in cars or in modern phones they are using ultrasonic sensor. Okay, so this is an ultrasonic sensor. You can see SCSR04. It has 4 pins, 2 pins for the power, VCC and GND. Can anybody tell me what is GND? Ground, yeah. And VCC? It is for the positive pin. Now we have the 2 more pins, trigger and echo. It seems to be very fascinating and very complex. It has some ICs over there. As you can see, GND, echo, trigger and VCC. It has 3 ICs and some capacitor, and actually it is a very advanced thing. You can measure distance from this project. Today we will going to make a radar sensor. Have you guys ever heard about radar sensor, army and those satellite? So we will going to make you a radar sensor using this kind of ultrasonic sensor. So Arduino based humanoid robot. Humanoid robot is a kind of robot which try to imitate or which try to extrapolate the behavior of human and try to copy the human behavior. What we can see about humanoid robot? A robot which can exactly copy the human behavior. If a robot can talk, yeah, it is a humanoid robot. If a robot can walk like a human, yeah, it is a humanoid robot. Basically, in Arduino, we will make a robot which can act like a human. It can walk like a human. I don't know whether it can talk like a human, but it can walk like a human. It can have some gestures. If I show you more briefly, it's a humanoid robot. It's an advanced robot made by Japan. You can make such kind of robot, but they are very expensive, some 30 to 40,000. Our seniors have done these kinds of things in their 4th year. If you make some 4 or 5 groups and you can perform these kinds of robot, add in your GitHub profile, and after it is actually reading the QR code, and according to that QR code, it is doing some kind of gesture or movement. It has more than 30 to 40 servo sensors and servo motor. Each movement is done by a servo motor. There is a camera over there, and it is reading the value from that QR code, and thereafter decoding it and doing some kind of gesture. Now we are going to make this project Arduino with visual graphic. It is called Visual Radar. If you done this project if you submit this project in your 4th year, you will definitely get 10 on 10 marks. If that is of 10 marks. This is Visual Radar. It is a combination of two things: servo motor and ultrasonic sensor. We are going to find the object from the ultrasonic sensor and track that object and build an app for that, and then after make some kind of things. You have seen here the Bluetooth controller car, Bluetooth controllable car. This is obstacle avoiding maze solving robot. Nowadays, artificial intelligence and machine learning is very much popular. These are the things used by machine learning. Here it is detecting the object, and accordingly it takes some kind of turn, and you can use this project for obstacle avoiding or maze solving. Any of you ever seen this guy? No? Actually, I am talking about Arduino and Raspberry Pi, and you can make your own robot less than $10,000. He is making one of the robots which is capable of making itself in a rocket. So he is making a rocket less than $800, I think, $700 to $800. You can go to YouTube and check his channel. There he is telling you all the things. Rocket science is itself a very complex field, but with Arduino and with Raspberry Pi, you can even do these kind of things. In his YouTube channel and also in his website, he shows that how to make a rocket like Elon Musk, and whatever he's done in his rocket ship, and make a rocket like Elon Musk did in his rocket journey. And his name is Joy Barnard. You can check his YouTube channel in BBS Space. So till now we are talking a lot and we are telling you so many things. But now we are going to show you our project and how to actually work with Arduino. Can you tell me what is being called? What do you call this thing? Can you give me a loud cheer for this? What is called? Yeah, breadboard. It is called breadboard. Why it is called breadboard? Can anybody tell me? Because it looks like some kind of bread. The word comes from, the root word comes from the bread. Actually, it is looking like a bread. If you ever seen this in the real world, that it has some kind of pins, and if you know how to use it, then you know what are its uses. It's called breadboard. Here we have two kind of pins, the positive and negative. Those upper pins are sorted horizontally, and those lower pins are sorted vertically. These lower pins are sorted vertically. What does it mean? It means that if you put a wire here, then the current or the voltage from that wire you can access it from here. If you put a wire here or voltage here, then the voltage can be taken from here also. Now we will show you a blink cap. Then before that we will show you a blink project, and how to make a police chaser light or a sequential blink light. I am talking about a blink app, or I am talking about wherever you go and start your Arduino lesson, you start with sequential blink project. So now we will going to see what a sequential blink project is, and we will show what is sequential blinking and police chaser light we can make with Arduino. Now I would like to call Miramo for proceeding the session.
So it's time to make some implementation, guys. So already Umki said that the first project on Arduino is Blink. So this is the one kind of demonstration on Blink. That's called Police Chaser LED. So I am going to demonstrate this first. See these guys. This is the beautiful example of sequential blinking. But there is some question over here that it can make by the only IC also. But why we use Arduino? Maybe this is the big question. If anyone example of sequential blinking, but it can also made by this small IC, integrated circuit. But here we use Arduino. So why we use Arduino here? It can made by also the IC. So why Arduino here? Anyone? No. It is more flexible.
We use Arduino because it's more flexible than integrated chips. And you get to CSPS.
See, here you can see this is also a sequential linear example, but there is a certain manner. It blinks step by step. Can you see this? But here, we can make this how I want to this. That's why I declared this Arduino used. But in case of integrated circuit, there is only one manner before I put the slide where it's shown. But in this slide, it's also made by Arduino, and this is the reason why Arduino used. We can make our sequence. Okay. This is the basic idea for this Arduino. So we can see this is the first part is preparation blocks. White setup, and you can put your setup code to run once. That means what kind of command you want, what kind of output, what kind of input you want, you can put on here. And the execution block starts with white loop and put your main code here to run repeatedly. So from here you can run your program, because we can implement every hardware project using this code. Here comes to the first part, where is we write our input and what kind of output we want from white setup, we can implement this. So first show this. In the case of Arduino, we can see there is a digital pin and there is an analog pins. There is a lot of numbers in case of digital pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is a lot of 30. And GND is also known as ground. That is. So from these, we can set up the right LED and with register. You can say this is the cathode part and this is the anode part. So from the anode part we use resistance, and from there we can connect the Arduino and our point. That's 12. And in this manner we do need others also. So come to the board first. Can you see this LED? See that? LED 1 to 6. The first LED is in the point 12. See this is D12. Second LED is at 11. LED 3 is 10, LED 4 9, LED 5 8, and LED 6 7. And now we have set up this. So for setup, we can see pin code LED 1 and output. With this LED 1 used as output divider. And not only LED 1, over the LED, 6 LEDs we use, that is in the output mode. So as an output pin we use LED 1, LED 2, LED 3, LED 4, LED 5 and LED 6. There is a command digital write. From this command we can see that LED is blinking, that is shown for this command. So that is LED 1 was we can write for the other LEDs. Yes, we can code for the 3 LEDs. But we can also write the code for the 6 LEDs also, and we also do this for that. Okay, here is the question. I only answer this question now. Only.
Okay. So guys, can you please have some attention? This is the Arduino code. Let me explain. Every kind of Arduino code has two things: preparation block and execution block. If you are writing an Arduino code, it is based on C language. So Arduino code is based on C language and it has two things: white setup and white loop. White setup is called preparation block. You need to prepare your code before execution, and whether the thing running is input pin or output pin. So these are the first format I will explain on this code part. Here, we are first assigning two values that pin 12 means LED 1, pin 12 means LED 1, pin 11 means LED 2. That tells me. Now from that, we are defining it that pin mode LED 1 is output. Preparation code runs once. It runs only one time. That work setup is run only one time. We are telling the Arduino that pin mode LED 1 is the output pin. After running work setup code, we are passing white loop. Now, the specialty of white loop is that it runs infinite number of times. Till the Arduino is on, it keeps running. So in white loop, we can see this much of code. Digital write LED 1 high. What it means? It means that you want to turn off the LED 1. After that, the rest of the LED is turned off. Guys, how are you liking the event so far? Very nice. How are you liking? How are you liking it, guys? Show of hands if you are interested. How many of you are interested now? We are going to be showing the practical show. So, we will be showing practicals right now. So, if the ones who have already lost interest, please be interested again because the main part of the program is going to be right now. So, guys, have some attention. So, this is the ultrasonic sensor I already told you, and we are simulating a project that is called distance measurement. We try to measure distance from this sensor, and let me show you. You can see it. The values are coming. They are reading the value from the sensor. If I put my hand here, you can see the values coming out to be 2 or 3. But now it is something like 25 or something. You can also make a graph using this value and this reading. We are here trying to measure the distance from the ultrasonic sensor. What we are here doing is that this is an ultrasonic sensor. This kind of sensor uses in boards, also in mobile phones, and you can see the application of this sensor. It is a SC HR04 model, and you can make with this sensor blind stick, and with that blind stick you can have some idea about the distance and object. The working principle of ultrasonic sensor is that it has some microcontroller and it tries to calculate the distance. It sends some value, some ultrasonic wave from that sensor, and when the amount of wave, when it collapses and when the amount of wave return back, that time duration, we are trying to get the time when the waves returning, and from that time we multiply the velocity and somehow we will get the distance. These are the things of ultrasonic sensor. It operates in 5 volt and accuracy of up to 3 mm, and you can measure the angle.
positive and negative pins with the Arduino, and we are given some values from the trigger, and for input pins we are providing value from Arduino pin of 9 and 10. Then you can see it has 4 pins, and we are giving positive and negative pins. Positive and negative with this Arduino, and we are going to the power 9 and 10. You can see the 9 and 10 of the ultrasonic sensor pin is connected to the Arduino. Now, with ultrasonic sensor, you can make a blind stick or a smart dustbin. Now, here you can see the basic principle behind the ultrasonic and its working principle. You know, the speed of sound is 40 meter per second. We converted it into a centimeter and microsecond. And thereafter, we get the value of time, which is equal to 294 microsecond. And from that, we are getting the distance value. We are using a simple concept of physics here, that is speed into time equal to distance. And using those concepts and algorithm, we are trying to find out the distance from that ultrasonic sensor. We can also plot a graph of those distance values. Let me show you a graph. Here you can see a graph. With time we can see the graph. If I keep this ultrasonic sensor on a constant, if I keep this ultrasonic sensor constant, then we will get a constant graph. But if we change the value like this, we will get a range of different values. So we can also plot different kinds of graph. It is already produced in the Arduino software. So you can also play with these kinds of values. We can send those values in the server, and then from there you can host a website, and on that website you can host those values, you can show those values, that is there anyone outside your house, or is there anyone in the room. If there is someone, you can from there send message or something, you can do some kind of things from there. But the basic part is that if you want to make some IoT project, you have to use this ultrasonic sensor in an IoT project, and you have to fetch that distance value from there. And after fetching this value, you can send it to the server, or you can whether send it to someone, you can send SMS or email, or you can do something with these kinds of values. Now our another project is Piezo Buzzer. Piezo Buzzer is a very simple project. It's a 3-volt, a very small buzzer. It can only produce some kind of noise sound. A very particular sound it has ability to create. Let me show you. The mechanism behind the Piezo Buzzer, you can read it. And it has some zone of deformation, it has grass plate, and you can only generate a single tone with Piezo Buzzer. But with Arduino, you can also play with Piezo Buzzer. If you want to change its tone, or if you want to create some music with Piezo Buzzer, you can also do it. Remember one thing, that Piezo Buzzer is not a speaker. It is a very simple mechanism. You can see it has only a brass plate, and then after some zone of deformation for the flexibility. It cannot produce any kind of music or sound. But with Arduino, we can send some frequency in some certain way, in an algorithmic way, and we can play with the Arduino, and we can play with the Piezo Buzzer, and we can create some music or some kind of tone also it is over. So let's see. Let me show you how piezo buzzer sounds like. Piezo buzzer can only create this kind of sound. Some deep kind of sound it can only create. It has its own mechanism and it creates a very monotonous sound, a very deep, monotonous sound. But if you are sending some special kind of frequency with piezo buzzer, we can create a music also if you use it. Let me show you. Now see how piezo buzzer sounds like if I close it up, then I will let you see. Is it audible to you from back? So here in this project, we are creating some kind of sound from the piezo buzzer. Actually, it's a very popular music. So, with piezo buzzer, how we can create such kind of sound? Actually, what we did is that we are here making some note of the frequency, an array of that frequency, and we play that frequency in a for loop. And thereafter we call that tone function, which is Arduino inbuilt function, and from there we are passing to value. Now we are going to show you our radar project, which is actually an advanced one. We need some time for the preparation and we do some circuit and wiring things. Now demonstration of visual radar. Visual radar something is like this. If you have any object in front of ultrasonic sensor, it will tell you the object distance and the degree. If you can see this, the distance at the bottom and the angle also. If you find any object, then it will tell you about the two things. That the object is at what distance and at what angle. We are taking 30 degree to 150 degree. Actually, it is preferable whenever you are using an ultrasonic sensor, you should use from 30 degree to 150 degree. And from that, you can get the two values, angle and the distance. This is the circuit diagram of visual radar. If you are going to make a visual radar, you need a power supply, and it is capable of 9 volt or 5 volt, or from the jack point you can power an Arduino up to 20 volt, and you can power the ultrasonic sensor, and there is a servo motor.
Take a 5 minutes break. So behind yourself, we have CCTV cameras all over the place, and for the 5 minutes, give us some time. We are going to show you the radar and how it actually works, the visual representation. Okay, so we are going to our last project right now, the radar one. So everybody pay your attention to the final project.
is that much complex. Here we are attaching a tower to the motor and an ultrasonic sensor. When the motor rotates, it also rotates with the ultrasonic sensor. And in that way, we can have a radar like we can simulate a radar. And using that radar, we can see the distance and the angle. And from that, we are getting the distance value. And from that distance value, we are making a application on Java. And after that application, guys, we need only few minutes of your attention. Can you please listen carefully? Okay, so with that ultrasonic sensor, we are getting the values and we are drawing that value on a Java written code. So let me show you. Here, you can see the radar. The red lines indicating that there is an object or there is some kind of object, and the angle you can see it at the bottom and the distance. So red lines, if all lines are the green, it means that there is no object from the 60 degree to less than that 60 degree, there are no any object. But from the 90 degree, there are some kind of object. At what distance? Distance you can see. If the object is very closer, you can see the lines are bigger or longer. If the objects are very far away, the lines are very shorter, and the length of that line is very short. Now we will see you how it will work, how we are achieving data, and how all these things are working behind the scene. You can see the ultrasonic sensor. It is connected to the Arduino. These are pins for the power pins and these are for the data pins. There are the two pins for the ultrasonic sensor. Ultrasonic sensor taking the values, and one pin for the servo motor. Now this is the application running behind the code, which is if I run this application, you can see so all this radar, the distance, the angle, you can draw it using this complex code. We are here giving the size, it has white setup and all those things. We are here drawing the radar, and yes, it has some complexity. So guys, till now, did you get any idea what kind of project we can make with the Arduino? I want your response, guys. Do you get any idea? Till now. So anybody can come here and tell me what kind of project we can extrapolate from Arduino? Even from the back, guys. You are enjoying a lot. Any idea did you get what kind of project you want to make? You want to make any kind of project with Arduino? You have any idea? You want to control a fan using the internet. You want to control the AC, wirelessly, you can control all that. You can check your confidence now. Any of you having any idea? What's your name?
With this Arduino, we can put a security system like it can use the radar to check whether someone is trying to access our belongings, and they can send us an alarm using Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or wireless. Shubhajan Rai, Computer Science and Engineering, first year.
So anybody of you interested in that? We want to volunteer? Okay. We got it.
Now we can control the car. Anyone else want to control this car? Come the back. Okay, that guy come here. Come here. Anyone from this side? We will now explain you how to make these kinds of cars. So we have four DO motors. DO motor means battery operated motors, and you can control the RPM of these motors, speed and all that with Arduino by sending different kinds of values and data points with Arduino. It has the main brain which is Arduino. In Arduino, it has 8 mega IC. The same Arduino used here inside this car, and Arduino is basically having like two types: assembly version and a normal one which has IC. This is the assembly version and this is the non-assembly version. The advantage with the assembly version is that it seems to be very much compact and easy. You can, the chances of getting the damage IC is very less. And in the normal one, you can replace this IC. If the IC is get damaged, you can replace this IC. And in assembly version, you don't have get a chance to replace this. You have to desolder it, which is very useless. Industrial level. You can make your own Arduino board, but Arduino this is a real original Arduino. If you want to know whether the Arduino is original or not, in the market you will get tons of different Arduino boards. Here you can see Arduino and Arduino made in Italy. So if you get a printed like this at the back, then this is one of the way to judge whether the Arduino is real or not. You cannot tell that the Arduino is real just by seeing the printing, but the real Arduino it has the printing at the back side. The car has Arduino drive is a Bluetooth module. You can connect this car with Bluetooth to your phone, and it has motor driver IC. Actually, Arduino sends the value at a very low voltage. So converting those values into a high voltage, you need something called motor driver. Suppose you want to move your car forward direction. So Arduino sends the value plus 5 volt Any of you having any doubt till now? No. Even raise your hand. We are here to solve your doubt.
This event up. So how was the event, guys? How was the event? Did you guys enjoy? Okay, so the excitement level is up. I know. This was the mark boys, right? How many of you are here for mark? How many of you are for mark? Others won't get mark. Raise your hands up. Okay, so guys, thank you all for your participation. Let's have a round of applause for Ankit and Niket. Thank you guys for all your participation and the volunteering. Thank you for being with us for so long. We are going to be wrapping this event up right now. So I'm... Everyone put your hands up.